let me just give a brief introduction to, let me just give a brief, introduction or an intro, just as I always do, to everything about the brand Moments with Vanessa. Of course, we know that we're here at Moments with Vanessa Tribe, which is an arm of the Moments with Vanessa brand. And of course, I am Vanessa Nadi, um, very passionate about mindset, emotional and mental well-being. That's what I am. That's what I'm so passionate about. Of course, by profession, I'm a physiotherapist, and I am the convener of Moments with Vanessa. So Moments with Vanessa is just a platform that inspires conversations around our emotional and mental well-being. Everything around our emotional and mental well-being. It is my belief that it is often ignored. We don't talk about it. We don't have that conversation. That's why you'll be around someone who is at the verge of committing suicide and you have no idea that the person is having suicidal thoughts. So this platform aims at, inspiring conversations around our emotional and mental well-being. Let's keep talking about it. So of course, we've been able to we've been able to set up different aspects of Moments with Vanessa. We have the Safe Group family, of course, where we share, our burden, we share our innermost struggles without any feeling of being judged. And I can tell you that it's a family in the true sense of the word, and it's been amazing on that aspect, the Safe Group family. Then, of course, we have the Safe Place Let's Talk. That's the physical aspect, the physical meetings under the Moments with Vanessa brand. And that one is also waxing strong, though it's been on hold for a while, but it's going to resume very soon. Just fingers crossed. Then we have the book club. That one has been amazing. Every month we get to discuss a book that inspires us, inspires us emotionally and mentally. It's being moderated by an amazing lady, Nancy Legacy. And on that platform, we meet every Friday and we discuss, we review the books. Then we have the Teenager Circle. That's for the teenagers. It's been amazing. Though it's also, that particular one is also on hold at the moment, but we'll resume soon. Then we have our Moments with Vanessa WhatsApp group. And of course, we have the Facebook group where you are right now, the Moments with Vanessa Tribe. Then we have Winning Through the Battles of the Mind online series. That's where you are right now. It's just a program that aims to inspire conversations around our emotional and mental well-being. And for you to know that whatever it is that is going on in your own little corner, a lot of other people are going through something. It might not be the same, but somebody else must have gone through whatever you're going through. So the aim is for us to see that it's not just peculiar to you. A lot of times during my counseling sessions, people will say, this is happening to me because it's me. And I keep on telling them that there's nothing like something happening to you because it's you. A lot of people have gone through what you're going through. People are going through what you're going through at the moment, and people will still go through what you're going through at the moment. So it's not peculiar to you. So it's the essence is to bring in speakers here that will get to share their struggles, their real life experiences, whatever it is that they've been going through or they are going through, they get to share it with you for you to understand that nothing is peculiar to you, not at all. Nothing is peculiar to you, just as the saying goes, there's nothing new under the sun. Of course, we have the gist with Vanessa and Esther that's being conveyed by one amazing lady, Mrs. Esther. We just get to talk about informal conversations around our, in relationship, marriage, and love. We just believe that, it's my belief that if your relationship is not in a good place, you might not be able to enjoy a very good emotional and mental well-being. To enjoy a good emotional and mental well-being, it's my belief that your relationship or your love life needs to be in a good place. Because we all know that whatever goes on in that side comes with a lot of weight and it tends to affect, our well-being. So that's that. Then we get to have a writing challenge that happened I think in the month of March this year, and it was amazing. Lots of prizes we won, and you know what's awesome. Then we have our YouTube channel. I keep asking you guys should subscribe to our YouTube channel. It's Moments with Vanessa TV. It's right there on YouTube. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. The more subscribers we have, the more we get to churn out inspiring content over there. So please tune in to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Just go to YouTube and search for Moments with Vanessa TV. Then we have the Instagram handle, moments_with_Vanessa. Then we have our Facebook page, Moments with Vanessa. Okay, our speaker is here. Our speaker is here. Welcome, ma'am.
Coach, thank you very much.
So I really want to appreciate you for joining. So
thank you. Sorry, my lighting is bad. Hopefully I'm gonna fix it before the end of the. Yeah.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. So at this point, I'm going to hand over the platform to the speaker, the social worker, as you heard, Mrs. Chinememba Umesaka. So just as I always do, I don't interrupt because I would like you to be able to freely share your personal experiences and how you keep winning through the battles of the mind with the listeners and the audience. So you have the floor now, ma.
Yeah? Where I am, so I said it's raining where I am, so I'm hoping the internet won't interrupt. Hopefully.
Okay.
Yes.
No problem. Okay. So all right. So you have the floor now.
Okay. Thank you very much for this opportunity to be here. I sincerely apologize for the lights. So I live alone where I am. My family is in another city. I'm in another city where I'm working for the government. So sometimes, I mean, light issues in Nigeria, we all know about that. So it's not a new thing. So bear with me. But someone will soon on the generator for me, hopefully before the end of the talk. Okay. Thank you so much, Coach Vanessa, for this opportunity to be here. Every opportunity to talk about the mind, which is for me is one of the most powerful things that we all have. And if we don't know how to use it, most times we abuse it, or our mind will use us. So I think it's very important. I feel that this topic is very timely. I was telling someone, during the week, I said, I'm afraid. I think the wave of, sometime 2 years ago, we had people committing suicide like per second. It was everywhere. It was in the air. And I'm scared that it's gradually coming back.
Yes, that's true.
The phase where people, in the space of how many days, just this week. I mean, I remember, I think on Tuesday or Wednesday, I almost lost a teenager. This person spoke to me in the morning and told me some things. He made a mistake and blah, blah, blah. He was defrauded. I mean, we know there are so many things going on. And this boy is just 17 years old. And I told him, just chill. Everything is going to be okay. You're not going to get in trouble. And long story short, by 9:30 that I came back online, 9:30 p.m. So he spoke to me in the morning. 9:30 p.m. in the night, I saw his suicide note. And I called him, he didn't pick. Thankfully, I have the father's number. So I called the father and I said, I need to speak to your son. I said, he has gone to bed. He's been cranky. He's not speaking to nobody since that day. They made food. They called him. He didn't eat. I told him, please go and wake him up. He kept trying to give me excuses. By the time he got to the boy's room, he put the phone on his ear. And the boy wasn't talking to me. I switched off, called again like 5 times. He didn't pick. The man eventually came back to pick his phone and said, he's not picking. I said, sir, please, can you wake your son up? I didn't even know that this boy had gone ahead to take pills, overdose.
Wow.
Overdose. So you can imagine if I didn't put that call across, The man called me the next day and he was in tears. He was thanking me. He was sad. I mean, too many emotions, which I understand. But why am I telling this story? In fact, that same day, why I slept, I was so bitter and I slept, I cried myself to sleep because just before that time I put on my phone, I got another call from Lagos. Someone recommended me that I should speak to a boy that was almost going to commit suicide. They saw him, he was about to hang himself, and they pulled him down. And I was able to talk to the boy on the phone. In fact, I even had to, I spoke to him, spoke to the mother, just tried to manage. So as I was coming out from that one, then this other teenager that is closer to me, I mean, last year I even opened, business for the 17-year-old boy. So it was more like he just came home. It was more, it became closer home. You know how things you be listening, watching things happen or listening to news. In fact, that day I made a post about the 200 level students in Unizik who committed suicide. So it's easier to listen to read it on the news, but when it comes closer to you,
Yeah, that's
you now realize, okay, something is wrong. Something is actually in the air.
true.
Our mind is, like I said earlier, is one of the strongest things. But there's so much battle going on there that if you're not intentional about your thoughts, if you're not intentional about the things you put in your mind, you would abuse your mind because you feed it with the wrong things. We talk about garbage in, garbage out. Whatever you feed your mind, that's what you are going to put out. If you feed your mind with toxic things, with things that won't make you productive, it will drain you, and then you will put out almost the things that you're putting in. So our minds first, in this talk, if we forget everything I'm going to say today, I would want us to understand that our minds it's so powerful. Even the Bible said it for, the Christians here on the platform. It said that, that we should guard our minds with all diligence, for out of it, comes the issues of life. If you don't guard your mind, if you don't guard your heart, if you don't guard yourself, you won't even win. We are talking about winning ways through, through our minds and all that. You won't even achieve anything. There are people who don't, they just wake up in the morning and the first things they feed themselves with are just negative things. You've already started losing for the day. That's if you just want to. I tell people, you want to lose. You don't even need so much. Just feed yourself with the wrong things. Once your mind, your thoughts, everything aligns to the negativity around you, you have started losing. It's the same way I tell people, you don't need to go and commit suicide. Just wake up every morning and you say, I will die, I will die. Just keep confessing, keep saying the negative things that you see. That's one way to end your life. So the mind is so powerful. If you're intentional about it, if you understand that you have to be intentional, you have to be deliberate about every second, every minute, whatever it is, no matter how minute, no matter how little that thing is, it is important that you pay attention to what gets into your mind, into your head, into your subconscious mind. So let me also, that's the second point I'm going to talk about is our subconscious minds. A lot of times people don't understand that. People don't even know that the subconscious mind is more powerful. So what happens in your normal mind is also powerful. But what stores in your subconscious mind, these are the things that plays out when you are sleeping. When, like something tragic happens to you or something, sudden happens to you. What is that thing that comes out from you? These are the things that has been stored in your subconscious mind. If you store negative, I use this experiment. I always tell my teenagers, be careful of the music you listen to. Because it's when you go to bed that those music will start playing out. Yes, it starts playing out. So when I realized this, when I'm sleeping, most times I play messages. I play songs that are inspirational. They don't need to be gospel songs, but inspirational songs, things that will feed my spirit even when I'm asleep. Most times people say, I had nightmare, they are chasing me in the dreams. These are the things that you have fed your mind. You go and watch home videos that will only feed you with fear, feed you with negativity, feed you with things that don't make sense. When you go to sleep, those things will start playing out. Even when you wake up and you're trying to do, those things will now start playing out. So we should be careful of our subconscious minds. That is where a lot of our battles are won. If most times I feed myself with faith so that the days when I'm weak, when I'm discouraged, because yes, let's be realistic. I love to be very realistic. In as much as, we have faith and all, there are days that you will be so down emotionally, you are not very strong. The things you have stored up in your subconscious mind, they are the ones that will now sustain you in the days when you are weak, when your mind is weak, when so many news, if we that are in Nigeria, we hear one news or another, you wake up sometimes, you're wondering, where is this country heading to? But what saves some of us is the subconscious mind, the things we have stored inside our subconscious. For me, I'm talking about personally, the things I've stored, the faith that I've told myself is going. When everyone is saying there's a going down, I'm going to keep saying there's a lifting up. When everyone is thinking that all hell is going to break loose, I believe that God will make a way where there's no way. These things are the things I've already fixed somewhere in my mind. So it didn't just start playing out. I've seen people who are very strong, and then in the days when they are shaking, they literally lose it. Why? The subconscious mind has not stored up enough faith for them, has not stored up enough words of encouragement, enough things to uphold them. So please be intentional about your mind, be intentional about your subconscious mind. Like I said, it is garbage in, garbage out. What you feed yourself matters a lot. I'm sorry, I couldn't get I didn't know if this program is for, I don't know the demographics that are watching. I don't know if they are teenagers or young adults or adults, but whatever the demographics, I think we all have, the same issues that we go through. The mind is powerful. Why I'm saying that I don't know the demographics is because even social media, I want to believe that a lot of we adults also get caught up in this social media thing. What I've seen people, you wake up, the first thing they dabble into is to pick up their phones and they start going through. That can also really mess up your day and your thoughts and your line of thoughts. Yes, your line of thoughts and your programming. It can just affect. So social media, please, this is my number 3 point. I've mentioned the first point is be careful of what you feed your mind. The second point, be careful what you feed your subconscious mind, so that in the days when you are a bit weak, you are a bit broken, you're a bit, because of the things that, that crop up in the day. What you feed your subconscious mind will now hold you and sustain you until you bounce back. Number 3, whether you are young or old, this cuts across everyone. Be careful the people you are following on social media. Be careful what you expose yourself to. During COVID, I became very intentional about this point, and I had to learn to filter. And I'm talking as a journalist, I'm talking as a communicator. So we news people, we know how to garnish news in such a way that we can make and unmake. We can make and break. So when I realized the power of media, I became very intentional. I don't click everything I see. I don't read every news I see. Boko Haram this, unknown government this. Yeah, that's what I call them, unknown government. Unknown government here. We are seeing COVID killing how many people. I realized that some of these things even store up more of fear. So most people that died during COVID, most of them died out of fear.
It's true.
Out of fear. So number 3 points I'm leaving here is please learn to filter. Learn to filter what you see in the media, on social media, the mainstream media, that's the TV, the radio. Learn to shut off certain things. There are times I enter my car, all I do is to play music that would inspire me, that would just spoil my mind. I don't even want to listen to OAPs that would just be talking crap and just waste my energy. Yes, waste my the space in my mind, and they feed me with things that will never add up. So be careful of the media. This if you want to win in life, if you want to win in life, you need to learn to filter. You need to learn to press delete as they are sending. If you don't have the willpower to keep some of those things and not even click delete, but you must develop that muscle to learn to filter everything. Don't consume everything. I mean, media is like, when you are being fed with garbage, when you are being fed, people are dumping, like you can't be the dumping ground of everything that people are dropping. You can't. So if you understand that I need to win in life, but the best way to win is through my mind. But if I don't filter, if I don't cut off certain things, I'm not going to win. Everything that people, you mustn't follow everybody. You are following BB Niger, you are following this person, you're following that person. By the time a lot of times the young people are even more pressured into thinking that there are certain ways of life because the celebrities they follow are just busy misleading them. Even we adults, at some point I had to unfollow certain people because today they are posting Gucci bag, Prada, their latest vehicle, this, that, and I'm not there. And at some point, I realized I'm putting myself under unnecessary pressure. I'm putting myself under unnecessary pressure. So it made me, I had to find a way to unfollow certain people. Learn to unfollow certain people for your own good, for your own sanity. Is very important. Number 4 point is, who are your mentors? I always tell people, I'm into sports. That's one of the things you didn't mention. I own a football club. Growing up, I wanted to be a footballer. I think I have gone, yes, I'm not playing professional football. I have my own club, football club. But aside that, I think I have tried to have the discipline of, sports people. One of the things I realized that in sports, people, if you see the people that are exceptional in sports, people that are doing outstandingly well, all of them, they have mentors, they have coaches. They have mentors, they have coaches. They have role models. There are people they are benchmarking on. My next point is, these 4 people are very important. If you're going to win and win very well, you need these 4 people. You need a coach, you need a mentor, you need a counselor, and you need the right role model. So let me break it down. A coach will help you, teach you the fundamentals of life. A coach will help you, teach you the fundamentals of life. A mentor is someone that is working or has worked in the path that you want to work. That person will guide you to say, don't make this mistake. I made this mistake, so you can learn from my own mistakes. You don't need to repeat my mistake. That's the role of a mentor. They guide you so a lot of times the young people are confused about who a mentor is. A mentor has to be someone that is doing what you're doing. Coach mentioned, you mentioned how you were part of the master class and all that. You could connect to me because we are doing almost the same thing. We're on the same path. So that's why I'm relevant to you. Whatever the master class was relevant to you is because you needed someone that has gone that path. Let me lend it, no matter how little, that knowledge. So that's the role of a mentor. When I see a lot of young people, if I ask them, who is your mentor? Tiwa Savage. Are you into music? No. Hello. You must be confused. So you need to find a mentor that is in the path where you are heading to. It's very important. Number 3, I mentioned the counselor. We all have troubles, different things that we are going through. At some point, you need someone, a confidant, someone you can confide in and say, okay, I'm emotionally, struggling. I'm a wreck.
Yeah, speaker is back. Okay.
I'm here.
Okay, can you hear me? Okay, yes.
Yes, I
Okay.
can hear you.
Welcome back. All right, thank you.
Thank
Welcome
you.
back. Okay.
Thank you.
All right, so you have the floor. Go on.
Okay, so I've mentioned I've mentioned a couple of points. The first one I said, be intentional about what you put in your mind.
Yeah.
Then number two, I mentioned be intentional what goes into your subconscious mind. Subconscious. And I would want people to go back and read about it. Your subconscious mind, what you put in there. These are the things that when you put them, just like when you're driving or you're in the car, the songs that play when you're not even, you don't know you're listening to, they start playing out in your quiet time. You just see yourself singing out. I don't know if
That's true.
this
Yes,
point is,
that's true.
people don't, this point is so important. That's why I'm trying to re-emphasize on it. So be careful what goes into your subconscious mind. You will need it in the days that you are low, you are weak. Number three, I think I mentioned, help me, social media.
Yes.
I mentioned media generally, mainstream media, social media, the movies that we watch, the social media, the people we follow. Be careful who you are following so that they won't mislead you or lead you astray. And then the next point, I talked about the four people that we need. These are the people that will help us to win in life. You need a coach who will teach you the fundamentals of life. You need a mentor who is going the same place you want to head to. Learn from them. It is very important. Most times when I meet teenagers, I ask them, how many times do you want to make mistake before you learn? And they will tell me 3 times, 2 times, once. The role of a mentor is that if you have a mentor, a good mentor, you won't even make that mistake once. They will tell you, see, when you get to this point, do not get in here because you will get in trouble. That's the role of a mentor. So if you are wise, you align yourself with a mentor that will tell you, do not make these mistakes. You don't have enough time to start making all the mistakes in life. Some jump and pass when you have a mentor. The fourth person, is okay. I think I've also mentioned the counselor. That's the third
Yeah.
person. A confidant. It's in Africa that I know, when people say I'm looking for a counselor, it's like you're looking for the person is mad.
Mad.
They see they see that this person has mental issues. Right? That's why you need to see a shrink or you need to see a therapist. No, this should be part of life because of so much stress out there in the world. Once in a while, talk to someone. Just say, I'm going through so much. Can I just unburden myself? It doesn't make you, it will never make you look like a mad person. It's wise people that will always submit themselves to say, I need to be mentored. I need someone to help me, to talk to me, to help me with what I'm going through. So this is very important. The next one is role model. For me, this point is also very important. Have a role model that you can look up to, you can benchmark on. Mine is Oprah Winfrey. And I mean, so many years I started looking at her. Interestingly, I'm walking in the path. The things that I told myself, I'm benchmarking on this woman. Today, I have a magazine, I'm on radio, I'm on TV. Yes, mine is just to benchmark. Not that I want to be literally her, but at least it's
Yeah.
helping me. If you can, the future you can envision, you will feature in it. If you can see it, you can be it. So that's the role of a role model. This role model is relevant to me. This is the kind of, I used to say, I want to be Opera of Africa. I want to be Opera of Africa. So for me, it was just looking at her and getting directions. Okay, she did this at this point of her life. She did this. She was able to, so I went to read all her books. I watched most of her TV shows and stuff like that. It helped me. So if you want to win through win through life, especially in your mind, have the right people. Have the right people. And I know someone will be asking, so do you need a mentor that, what if my mentors are not close by? Most of the mentors I look up to, they are not even in Nigeria. So one way I connect with them is to read their books. I read a lot. Reading is, when you read someone's book, is like you are more connected to the person than even when you sit and listen to the person, because the book says a lot. Someone like Richard Branson, I've read all his books. Sometimes I feel that I'm so connected to the man because I know practically most of how he started his business, how he failed, how he succeeded, and blah blah blah. And it's powerful. So you don't literally need, so you must not have a mentor or yes, mentor. You don't need a mentor that is close by. You can find, and read their books, look for them, follow them on social media, and be guided by what their principles. And if you can, reach out to them on social media and DM them, and you'll be shocked. They will respond back to you once they know you are very serious. The next point I'm going to talk about is have vision. When you as a person, you feel like, I know where I'm heading to, it also helps. It gives you a bit of, that confidence. That's, you feeling like, yes, I am here, but this is where I want to get to. When you are living aimlessly, it frustrates more. Most times people get into, people are depressed, or people are getting emotionally in battle because there's no vision, there's no direction. They don't know where they're heading to. There's no purpose to their life. So at this point, I'm connecting the two, vision and purpose. You must have vision. Vision helps you. Vision leads you. Purpose gives you direction. Do you understand?
Yeah.
I don't know if you can. Okay, so
Yeah.
So this point is also, these 2 points are very important. Have vision, have purpose. Find your vision, write it. When you have it, write it down. There's something in psychology that deals with you writing points down. When you write it down, and every time you go back to it, you keep reminding yourself, I can be this person. And believe me, if you focus and focus and focus, you will get there. I know, for me, these are some of the things. If you start doing it, it helps your mind. When someone is living like, I'm so fulfilled, I am living a fulfilled life, the chances of you being in that place of depression and all, it is very low. Not that you don't feel sad from time to time, but depression, you have no business with depression. I mean, recently people started telling me that I'm adding weight, and I even made a post about it. I said, I'm not eating that much, and I exercise every single day. Every single day I exercise, like it's a routine for me. If I don't exercise, it's like 5 times in a week out of 7 days. Five days in 7 days. It's a must. Yes, and when they say, I say, apparently I'm like, the only issue I know I have is I'm fulfilled. I'm happy. There's no sadness. Yes, that's the only, maybe that's the only, so I'm recommending that as, to people that want to add weight, just be fulfilled. Do what to find purpose, live, a purposeful life, have direction. And believe me, you start adding weight. I think that's my own recipe for adding weight. So, but that's what life is about. Just do find yourself, discover who you are, discover your purpose for which you were created. I believe so much that everyone created here, we have something. There's something about you. Why? There's a reason why you are here. You're not here to make up the world, to just be part of the number in the world. We say Nigeria, we are how many people? Whatever number. I don't think I'm here just to make up that number for my country. No, you are here for something very specific. You are here for a purpose. The moment you find that, it helps you with your mind. You're already on top. So find that. I think I want to end here. There's so much I want to talk about, but I think I would end here. I've mentioned a couple of of some of these points. These are the things that will help you win the battles of life.
Battles of life.
Yes, like I talked about the 4 people you need in your life. Once you understand that, okay, I'm struggling, and you go back and talk to some of those people that you have, those people that are very relevant to you. Let me talk about maybe I'll end with this point. Friends, the friends that you keep. I always tell young people, show me your friend. Show me your friends, and I'll tell you who you will become in the next 5 years or less. The circle of friends that you keep will determine how much you can make, how much you are going to be worth. The circle of friends, the five, in fact, the way I put it, I said, show me five closest people to you, and I will tell you how successful or how useless you're going to be in 5 years from now. So be careful. In picking, pick quality friends. Quality should be your watchword. Quality friends. Another thing is the value. What is your value? If you understand your value, to help you to pick, to know the friends that you're picking. Value. Don't pick friends that are heading one direction, you are heading another direction. No. Let them share, they must share the same value with you. If not, leave them. I hope I've been able to convince you and not to confuse you. Forgive me, I also
Yeah.
look tired. I hope it's not showing, but I look a bit
No,
tired.
no, I understand. Okay, there's a question already for you.
Okay.
Princess is asking, please, ma, what is the difference between a mentor and a coach? Okay, so probably you could throw more light on that.
So, like I said, a coach does more of helping you to find, direction, helping you to, the way I put it, I like to put it is, a coach helps you to understand the fundamentals of life. So in football, we have a coach who guides. He's not playing football. Oh. Most of them don't even, or even basketball. Or okay, so I was watching this coaching stuff on Netflix, and the person was the Vanessa Williams and the sister.
Mm,
Serena Williams coach after their
okay.
father. Their father started coaching them, but when she went pro and all that, her own coach, I was listening to him. And this guy is coaching how many, long tennis players, and he has never played long tennis, never. But he understands the dynamics. He understands the fundamentals. That's the role of a coach. A coach must not necessarily be playing football. Yes, they could be. They've played football. Yes, they could, but sometimes they may not. But they have the technicalities. They understand the dynamics of life. If you find them, people that will tell you, do this, do that, do this. I mean, they're everywhere, but it's for you to understand, can this person coach me in life? Some of us have people that the likes of Fela Durotoye, the likes of, some of these people, they are not in the same path. They are not doing exactly what we are doing, but we listen to them because they are talking about the fundamentals of life.
That's true.
Do you understand? So that's the role of a coach. They teach you fundamentals of life. A mentor would tell you where you are heading to. You see this place because they are there. As you are going to this place, you get to these stairs. Be careful. Be careful of this. Be careful of that. This person is talking from the place of experience, place of they are there. They have spent maybe 12 years in that role or in that work. So like I said, the mentor is in that place. The mentor, if you want to do, if you want to, what's the profession I will use now? You want to be a doctor. Tiwa Savage will never be your mentor. Unless you want to be a musician, so you can go to her and ask her for direction. How can I pick my manager? Blah blah blah. But as a doctor, you have no business with her. You can listen to her song if you like her, not for her to guide you. So I don't know if I've been able to answer that question, but that's
Yeah.
and I like to use examples to explain my points.
To explain,
I hope
yeah.
it's clear now.
Yeah, I believe so. Princess, I hope it's clear. I would like to hear from you. Okay, and from what you talked about, I've come to understand. You see, the what you talked about at the beginning, that it seems like that wave is coming back, the whole suicidal wave. That's
Yeah.
true, because there's a lot of people right now that are at the verge of, they're already beginning to have suicidal thoughts. But one of the people that reached out to me recently, there are lots of people that have reached out to me recently, but one was striking. Why it was striking is because I know this person one on one, and
Yeah.
I would always say, wow, this person is the life of the room, the life of the party. Me, I'm a very introverted person, and whenever the
Like
person
me.
is around, yeah, whenever the person is around, I'm so excited because I know that at least the person will get to, then the person now, reached out to me recently and opened up. And the truth is that I actually walked her through, I did the whole professional thing. But
Yeah.
it struck me that the person closest to you who might be the happiest, the one that makes you smile and, might be going through full bout, as in a bout of a full-blown depression, and you wouldn't
Absolutely.
know, and you won't
Absolutely.
even be aware. Yeah, so I wanted to just ask a question. Maybe you could use it to round off. How do people help people around them who might be dealing with depression, who might be dealing with suicidal thoughts? Because that question keeps coming up for me. Because when people finish listening to this and they are faced, just like the boy you talked about now, his father might have picked up some signs, or probably he didn't even know what to do. Because most times in Nigeria, people just get to shout at people. What is wrong
Exactly.
with you? Why are you? I think it's by shouting, not really that shouting even worsens the situation.
Yeah.
So, what are those
Yeah.
things that people can do to, help people who might be battling with depression or suicidal thoughts, just to be, sensitive to them at those points?
Okay, so one of the things I've come to realize, just like the story you told, is when I see people who are overly at some point, like they are too excited for
Yeah,
no reason.
yeah,
I watch out for them, because we wear makeup, people that like to wear makeup, people that we have come to this place of packaging. People package so much just to cover up whatever they are going through. And for me, what I like to do is to look at the undertone.
okay,
Yes, maybe because I'm coming from the place of I'm a professional, so I can sense
yeah,
things from a mile off. I could sense things. How can we, you have people around you, understand those people? Are they too introverted or outgoing? If the person that is outgoing all of a sudden starts shutting down, please check. Or the person becomes overly excited and just they are doing too much to be noticed or too much to to be seen, is a red flag. If they are shutting down too much, is a red flag. If they are too excited, everything they're just I can do it, I can. And this person is not like this. It's a red flag. There's something fishy. Ask a bit of question. This thing in Nigeria, I've realized, I don't think it's only in Nigeria, but when people ask, how are you? I don't think they are expecting response. Because the moment you ask, how are you, we quickly move on to say other things. But
right.
if you can be, I have learned to be intentional when I ask people, how are you? If you don't give me a response, I'll ask again, how are you? And I would take my time so that I'm emphasizing on that word, how are you? And when someone just says, I'm fine, I'll say, are you sure? That's a way to get answers from people. So, red flags, like I mentioned earlier, is when you have someone that is an introvert. When the person goes more deeper into their shell, serious red flag. Watch out for people, when they start doing things out of character. This person, wasn't drinking, wasn't doing certain, some social things before. All of a sudden, they start doing it. Maybe they are trying to suppress something. Someone that you never used to drink before, all of a sudden he's drinking and then drinking so much. This person is going through serious emotional issues and he's trying to suppress something. When he drinks, he doesn't want to remember anything, he just goes to bed. When people stop communicating, if your spouse, every time you want to talk and they don't want to talk, they are dealing with a lot. If you have, family routines or family rituals that people are doing, all of a sudden, this person is not interested in following through some of those things, it's a red flag. And for me, I wish families could try to be more sensitive, very sensitive. When you see some things that are not, even if you can't help, don't push people deeper into, just like this boy that I mentioned. Okay, the one I talked that before I read the 17-year-old's message, suicide note. I got another call in Abuja. The boy that tried to hang himself. Do you know why he actually went ahead to? When he was down and the mother came and started cursing him and was saying, she was saying all manner of things. And the boy said, I'm struggling outside. I come into my home. My home is also like hell. There's no point. So even as he was mumbling, and the woman said, die now. If you die, we'll bury you. Who cares? I have other children. And that was it. As she said that, the boy went and used rope. In fact, it was someone that apparently where they live, they could see things. It's someone from outside that came and pulled him down. And the mother was still there screaming, saying, you want to die, Abby? Die. If you die, I have other children that will make up. And so I had to
Wow.
even, I'm telling you, I had to talk to the woman. For like 3 days, I kept she kept calling me and I was talking to her. I said, we parents, we should be sensitive. There are words that we use and we hurt these people more. The same with spouses. There are things that you will say, you push that person deeper into depression. So I wish people could become more sensitive, be more empathetic to each other. People don't care. They say things anyhow. You see this thing where we see people and we say, you're looking too fat. Do you know there are people it's really affecting? At some point, I remember
Yes.
when, yes, at some point, I remember when I used to be very sensitive about my weight. I'm no more again. I've stopped bothering myself. But there are times people would say those things, that period, it will hurt me so much because I know it wasn't something, it's not food that is making me add weight. I'm active. I'm very, so people should be careful the words we tell people. You don't know what someone is struggling with. We all have our things that we are struggling. So you see someone, be nice. I tell people, be nice. Be just when you see people, look for good things to tell them, and keep your bad nonsense to yourself. You must not always be negative when you see people. Just for me, I've made it a point of duty to, once I see people, I have to look for like futures. Look for things to compliment them. Oh, you're looking beautiful today. Oh, I love your smile. Oh, wow, I love your skin. And I mean it. I'm not saying it just to flatter them. I'm saying it, and it's coming from a place of, I want to make this. And you'll be surprised. There are people I've said those things to, and they said, Auntie Chichi, you just lifted my spirit. Auntie Chichi, you just made my day. There are times it's even just a smile. I smile at people, or I blow a kiss. I do that to the police people most times. And you see, these people just genuinely, they're looking for love. They just want to be loved. Just doing like this. And you see this person smiling sheepishly as if he has never, he has never been. Do you understand? These little
Yes.
things just make the world go round. So I wish people could become more kind, more empathetic in life. You are going through a lot. It's the same way someone else is going through a lot. But I've realized that when you show love, you can't show love and you'll be sad. That's one of the things that, for me, and I'm going to end with this point. I have learned to show people love. There's a thing about giving. When you give, you're always on top. When you are just intentionally giving, yes, you will have your issues and all, but when you are focused on helping other people, on making, no matter how little it is, you will see yourself feeling, I don't know how to explain it until you do it. It would definitely rub off on you. It would definitely impact you one way or the other. Just being in that giving place. I'm not saying, I mean, giving may not just be monetary. It mustn't be, in giving money. It could be in words. Say positive things to people. It could be in, gestures. Be nice to people. I mean, sometimes I would go somewhere and I'm seeing elderly people, I see them. I park my car and I will help them carry their things and put them in a tricycle, we call it keke in Nigeria, and I pay for them. We are losing some of these virtues in Africa. Young people see old people passing and they don't care. They walk past. They're in bus, with them, and these old people are standing and the children are sitting down. How? So, and you see yourself doing some of these things, it makes you feel good. It makes it is, for me, is healing, is a therapy for me. Just being nice to people, no matter how little it is. Be nice to people, be kind, be empathetic. There's so much issues going on around, but if you can just be just part of the solution in our world, believe me, depression will be very far from you. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you. I really, really, really love this session because you really touched on a lot of very important things. So at this
Thank you.
point, I don't know if there's any other questions. Okay, Princess said, thank you so much, Mrs. Chichi and Vanessa. I'm glad you sent a reminder. I really needed this at this time. I'm glad this was so much value to you. So I'm
Thank you.
glad that I'm so excited to see this feedback. And then Wisdom said, I'm really inspired by these teachings. Thank you so
Thank
much for this feedback. Yeah. So
you.
since in the absence of any question, because the time is far gone, I think we'll call it a day. But before we leave, we always end the session with a prayer. So, Mom, I don't know if you can lead us in a short prayer, just praying for people who might be going through stuff in their little corner, that God would, will help them through the whatever situation they are going through presently.
In Jesus' name.
Amen.
Father, we ask, first, we want to say thank you for an opportunity to do this section. And Father, we know it's not about us, it's not about me, it's not about Vanessa, but it's about you. And we ask, oh Lord, that everyone that is on this platform or would listen to this video, beyond now, we ask, oh Lord, that whatever they are going through, that you would touch their spirits, touch their soul, fill their hearts with joy unspeakable. But they were asking that every spirit of depression that is hovering around our atmosphere, we pray that we are exempted. We ask that you will fill our hearts with joy. We ask that you give us overwhelming peace that we can't even account for. Father, it's not about happiness. Yes, things can make us happy, but we need joy that beyond whatever we are going through, beyond the sadness, beyond the things that we struggle, the struggles that we go through, we will still feel that joy, that's peace that passes all understanding. We're asking for your grace upon our young people. Give us direction, give us purpose. Let's find purpose for which we were created. Thank you for everyone that is on this platform. We ask, oh Lord, that you give them something tangible that they will say, this is what I got from this section. I also pray for our Coach Vanessa, that God, you give her greater grace in this work she's doing. Thank you for answered prayers, for in Jesus' name we've prayed. Amen.
Amen. Amen. Thank you so much. Thank you. Wisdom, thank you for the feedback. Wisdom is saying thank you. Thank you, ma'am,
Thank,
for your teachings today. Really appreciate.
thank you.
So at this point, we'll call it a
I'm
day.
sorry,
Thank
sorry for my, I think the next time I'll be
Yes.
looking brighter. I'll look brighter.
Oh, that's fine. That's fine. So thank you so much. As we've
Thank,
began the season 2. So I'm so glad for everyone. Thank you for everyone who stayed tuned till the end of this session. I'm grateful. So at this point, we say good night.
good
Bye.
night.
All right. Bye
Bye.
now.
Bye.